People with weakened immune systems are at a higher risk during this pandemic. And one person who knows that all too well is Ed Henry. He anchors America's Newsroom on the Fox News Channel. And he joins us now to talk about a book he wrote on a life-saving donation he gave to his sister and how his faith helped him get through it. Ed, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Christine. It's really an honor to be with you.
Ed, first tell us about the surgery and how you and your sister are doing now during the pandemic.
Well, we're doing great, and I appreciate you asking and having me on. I mean, this happened in July of 2019, and, it was a harrowing experience because we didn't know how it was all going to turn out. I donated about 30% of my liver to my sister, who had a genetic liver disease, a form of cirrhosis, basically. And the bottom line is it all worked out, which is quite amazing. I feel great. I was out of the hospital within a week. My sister was in the hospital for a couple of weeks. I'd make a couple of points. One is the book is called Saving Colleen. It'll be out in September. We've just revealed the cover art. You can pre-order it on Amazon and all those other places. It charts a week in this journey, Sunday to Sunday. Sunday, I went on Fox and Friends, one of our great programs, to reveal that I was about to have surgery on Tuesday in July of 2019. And the following Sunday, as I mentioned, I got out of the hospital, which was remarkable that it was only a week. This was major surgery, obviously. I felt great then. I feel even stronger then. The book is called Saving Colleen because, yes, I saved her life, but I had all these people come up to me and say, "Oh, you're a hero. That's amazing." And I wrote the book to say, no, the hero is Colleen, my sister, who's 2 years younger. She battled this disease very bravely, largely on her own. I came in at the end. Certainly I helped her, but it was my honor. The book's about sibling love. And it's about our faith, frankly, because it was our parents raising us as Catholics that really helped us through this.
All right, I want to take a listen to something you said to your colleagues on Fox News about your sister. Let's listen in.
She is the real hero. She battled this mostly on her own. I came in at the last minute. It's all about her.
Yeah, you got really emotional there for a little bit. What is the message you want readers to take away from your book, Saving Colleen?
That you're not in it alone. We all have these battles that we face, these challenges we face in our lives. Interestingly, now that we're going through the pandemic, it's part of the reason why we announced that the book is coming. We were at Mount Sinai here in New York City. This is months before Mount Sinai and the other great hospitals here in New York became the epicenter of this pandemic. And the doctors, the nurses that we now all cheer at 7 p.m. Eastern every night, people walk outside and hit their pots and pans and applaud these brave heroes, frankly, the healthcare workers that people maybe took for granted before. I don't take them for granted because they literally saved my sister's life in July of 2019. I was there for her, but it was the doctors, the nurses who really saved her and helped bring me back. And I just think, I've been getting so many notes from people ever since then who have been thinking about donating part of their liver or might be the recipient. And unfortunately, during the pandemic, since elective surgeries were shut off in most places, unless you're in an emergency situation where it's life or death at that moment, some people like my sister, she was sick, but it was over months that she could have taken this donation. People are not being able to donate right now because the hospital only focused on the pandemic. That leaves a lot of people anxious and nervous. I want to send the message, number one, that there are brave doctors and nurses there to help you. Number two, the big message of the book that when you ask that is give life. This is a great opportunity. It's not just, in the case of a liver, I gave 30%, as I said, and it regenerates. So mine completely grew back within like a couple of weeks. And then my sister, they took out her diseased liver and that 30% grew in her, regenerated, became a full liver. And then the other kind of living donation you can make is a kidney donation. And you can find out all about that online. Obviously, the Living Bank, the American Liver Foundation, they're great charities, and they handle this.
All right, one more thing I want to ask you is you're donating parts of your proceeds from the book to the church. Why are you doing that?
Well, I'm doing that because as I noted, my parents raised us as Catholics. Our faith is really important to us. We're not perfect, but you learn how to try to make yourself better. It's a journey for all of us. After I announced that I'm giving part of the proceeds, I mentioned American Liver Foundation, the Living Bank, but I said on Fox, I'm adding, St. Patrick's Cathedral in the Archdiocese of New York. I got a voicemail yesterday when I was on the air, so I couldn't take the call. And when I checked it later, it said, "Hey, I really love what you're doing. This is Tim." And the man paused and said, "Cardinal Dolan." of course, as if I just got this call from Tim. He saw it on Fox. He was very grateful. I'm not holding it up. I'm not saying I'm going to save the church. I'm one person. I hope it's a generous donation based on sales and all the rest. And I think every person can make a difference. That's the message of the book. And that's what I hope the message of these donations to these charities and the church will be, which is that donations are down right now, folks. Let's step up and try to help.
All right, Ed Henry, anchor of America's Newsroom on the Fox News Channel and author of Saving Colleen. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Christine.
If you're watching Currents News on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and then click on the bell to get instant updates about all of our newest content, because we are putting your faith in the news.